Hello dear students, today we are going to begin lesson number 14, subject and predicate. Though you have already studied about subject and predicate in your previous classes, still we are going to see it once again so as to avoid the problems or the difficulties or the mistakes that we often do. Let's see a sentence, okay, which is divided into two. We can see from here the first part is named as subject and the second is predicate. So what is a subject? In subject, what do? We just name the person or thing. What do? Actually we name or we speak about some person or thing. Whereas on the other side, okay, let's see, what is a predicate? In predicate, what do? What we say about that person. So what are we going to talk about the subject? Are we saying something, or if we are saying, okay, what are we saying? That is, okay, what predicate is. Now we will see, okay, the part by part. First we will talk about subject and then predicate. So let's see. What have I told you? Okay, actually we name the thing or person in the subject. So according to the definitions, okay, if we say or if we try to understand, it will be like this. The part which denotes the person or thing about which something is said is called the subject. So let me write the part which, okay, denotes the person or thing about which something is said, about which something is said is called the subject. So as I have already told you, actually in the subject we name the person or thing. So as a definition, okay, if we see this would be like this. The part which denotes the person, thing about which something is said. So just for an example, if we see, an apple is a fruit. An apple is a fruit. So here, an apple. So what is the subject here? We are talking, okay, we name an apple in this sense. Okay, what are we doing? We are talking about, when we talk about, okay, the subject, what are we talking? We are talking, it is a fruit. So that would be predicate. But here, in the first part of the sentence, what do? We name what? We name the thing or a person. So what is it? It is an apple. So apple is the subject. Let us take another example. Like my father lives in Kolkata. My father lives in Kolkata. So my father is the subject. So I'm talking about here my father. So my father, the first part is the subject and rest, okay, it refers to the predicate. So this way we will have, maybe we can take one more example, just like that man is fat. That man is fat. So and then the clever fox ran away. The clever fox ran away. Some intelligent boys succeeded. So when we name the person or thing is, okay, known as the subject. I think, okay, this is clear to you. one more thing that we need to remember, the subject of a sentence usually comes first, but sometimes it is put after predicate as well. So do not think or do not take for granted that subject will always be placed in the beginning. It may be in the middle or at the end as well. So it might comes after the predicate also, maybe after the predicate, in the middle, in the middle of the sentence, in the middle, or else you may get in the beginning, in the beginning of a sentence. So just remember, the subject is usually expected in the first or else in the beginning of the sentence, but sometimes it is put after after the predicate, and even we might get in the middle of the sentence. So just remember, like sweet are the uses of adversity. Suppose I say sweet are the uses of adversity. Sweet are the uses of adversity. So in this sentence we see it is placed in the end. And next one, suppose like in the interrogative sentence, what happened? It is generally left out. The subject is left out. Let us talk about what to say imperative sentence. In imperative sentence, what happened? The subject, it is left out. Suppose I say, do this. In this sentence, subject is missing. So here the subject you is understood. Suppose I say thank you. Thank you. Here the subject I is understood. So I am thanking somebody. So remember all these things. So this is all about the subject, and now we will move on to predicate. In the predicate, what we have been seeing, it says what we say about that person. What we say about that person or thing. So what are we talking about? Are we saying something? Definitely, when we talk about some person, we'll say something also. For example, let us see the predicate. I hope the definitions of predicate also need to be very clear with all of us, otherwise there will be a lot of problem in it. So the part of a sentence which tells us what or some things about the subject. So let me write the part of a sentence which tells us something, tells us something about the subject, tells us something about the subject, is called predicate. So remember, so in the predicate what we do? The part of a sentence which tells us or which tells something about the subject is called the predicate. Like birds fly. We can take for an example, birds. Birds fly. Next one we can take it, the sun shines. The sun shines. We can take another example, like the teacher is teaching. The teacher is teaching. I read a book. We can also say I read a book. I read a book. So these are some examples of the predicate. So what are we doing actually? We are talking about the subjects, isn't it? What is the subject doing? Birds fly. Here also, what is the subject doing? Shines. So this is the predicate. What is the teacher doing? Teacher is teaching. So this part is known as the predicate. I read a book. Okay, what is the subject here doing? Is reading a book. So this is the predicate. And remember, this predicate has got two parts, okay? Verb and object. You can see, just remember for it, like this predicate will have two parts, okay? What are those two parts? Verb part, and here we will write object part, okay? So these are the two parts that predicate has. So let us remember all these things. Maybe I can tell you some more examples of what to say where the predicate is being used. Like for example, mother cooks food. Mother cooks food. I promised my friend all help. Let's see. I'll just give you an example of predicate. I promised my friend all help. Next one we can write, he got me a job. He got me a job. Another one we can write, okay, she, or what to say, she gave her a book. My mother loves reading novels. My mother or my friend, okay, my mother loves reading novels. And let's see, the girls chose to sing. The girls chose to sing. One more, they decided to run. They decided to run. Dear students, okay, why am I writing this many examples? Like when we do this lessons, okay, we will be asked to write the subject, okay, which contains of what to say, one or two words. Okay, subject itself will contain of one or two words. Whereas, okay, in another questions we'll be finding, we'll get that you have to write the predicate, okay, containing 3 or 4 words. That's why these examples are, so that, okay, you may become familiar with those. So I promised my friends all help. So from here, as I already told you, keep predicate contains two parts. The first is verb, and another one, okay, we have the object, okay. But the whole thing is considered to be the predicate. He got me a job. He got me a job. She gave her a book. My mother loves reading novels. The girls chose to sing. They decided to run. So dear students, okay, if you have any kind of problems with subject and predicate, you may better ask me. Now let us see from your book, page number 92. Complete these sentences imaginatively. So we have got, okay, 5 of them. Okay, in some of the sentences you will see either the subject or a predicate is missing. So you must write them down in the copy. You know already that for a sentence to be grammatically correct and sensible to others, it has to have a subject and a predicate. Now look at this sentence. Thank you, get up. This sentences and has implied subject. That means it is understood. The subject is not stated, but it is known. What the sentence are really telling us. Okay, thank you. That means I thank you. Get up, so you get up. Match the subjects with the correct predicates. From page number 93, just see, we have an exercise of the exercise number A, page 93. So you have to match the subjects and the predicate. But when you write in the copy, okay, do not simply draw lines from up to down. Okay, do not do that. The first one, the naughty boy, and with that, okay, you are going to what to say? You're going to write in a proper way. Like straight matching, we're going to do the naughty boy. What did the naughty boy do? And then you're going to write the answer here itself. Then you continue with the second, third, fourth, fifth. This way you will be writing. Don't match, okay, don't draw the lines from here and there, so that would not be done. So this is all about for today's work. Please make sure that you learn subject and predicate. In case of any difficulties, ask me. Thank you so much.